Hello, everybody. It's Elaine. I am just about to start my day with a little bit of congestion. And I don't know if it's allergies or if I have a cold, because besides not being able to breathe out of my nose, I don't have any other symptoms. Like, I don't feel sick. So it might just be allergies. Anyway, I didn't go to my morning meeting this morning in person because I didn't want to get anybody else sick just in case. So I have a little bit of extra time, and so I'll just share my nasally self with you. I'm going to just jump right into telling you a little bit about me and my journey of foster care. I mean, I don't have to tell you about, how foster care works or how the need that's out there. I think that everybody knows. It took me about a year after my hysterectomy to start. And I did, like everything that I do in my life, it's like if I'm really busy with something, I'm going to start something new, which is 100% what I'm doing here too. Like, there's a lot of other stuff going on right now. We wanted teenagers, and we wanted to give teenagers a place of permanency, especially the ones that had been in foster care for as long as most teenagers have been in foster care. So we were open to foster to adopt. That's when we welcomed our first son. He came to us, and he had been passed along. He'd been in the system since he was 8 years old, and he was 14 when he came to live with us. So there wasn't any parents that were advocating for him for that long time. I mean, I know that the group homes that he lived in, they did the absolute best that they could. He was just getting passed along. That's how it had been for him. Over Christmas of 2021, he came to live with us. It took us a long time for him to get into school because nobody was putting anybody in school or registering new kids over Christmas break. Once he was in, then we started immediately trying to get him a IEP, which is an individual learning plan or educational plan for him. And that took a long time. I ended up partnering with or reaching out to was like the group home that my son was in before. They had just started working with a nonprofit advocacy group. Man, every single time that I got discouraged, anytime that I was not up for the task, Jenny from Advocacy 319 was always there, was always on top. Okay, if they're not going to do this, this is the next step. Okay, I called them. I called the superintendent of the education. I did this. I reached out to here. And she was on top of it way more than I was. And she knew what to do. And I was at a complete loss of what to do. So I was very, very, very much appreciative of everything that she did. And she does it for the kids. She does it so that these foster kids and these parents, like if they're own biological kids, if they're not getting evaluated for their special education needs, she's right there. And her whole entire group. I mean, I just dealt with Jenny. She was in charge of my case, but I think that she has a really big team with her too. Eventually, to conclude it, my son got his IEP. He is now in high school, and it's his first year with the IEP. He's doing a lot better than what he was, and he's being able to show his strengths in school because the limitations have been taken away. So the IEP is working out great. And it was a really big thanks to Advocacy 319 for them actually, stepping in, making sure that things were happening all the time. I wanted to give back to them because that was such a huge part of, my journey. Like, my son's been adopted now. He's a permanent part of our family now and forever. And so I want to give back to Advocacy 319 for all the help that they that they provided to me and our family in our journey. How am I doing that? Is I have an online shop, selloutclothing.com, that sells stickers and t-shirts and sweatshirts and tote bags and water bottles and all that kind of stuff. And I put my own artwork on it, and by no means am I a full-time artist. So this is extra. This is extra love of all the things that I'm doing. So anything that I sell on my store this month, I'm going to be donating the proceeds to Advocacy 319. They helped so much. And so I'm hoping to make this and promote this and give this the recognition that it deserves. And I'm just sending all the positive vibes out there for all the stuff that I'm doing, and to shed a light on some of the things that foster kids need.